If you follow the missiological movements of Paul throughout the book of Acts when he planted churches, they were always informed by Romans 1:16. And maybe some of you who've been around church for a while, you know what that verse is. And oftentimes we quote it evangelistically, but for now I want you to hear it sociologically. In Romans 1:16, Paul says, I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God unto salvation, not to the Jew only, but to the Jew first and also the Greek. So when Paul walks into town, he always has two questions. Number one, where's the synagogue? I want to be with my Jewish brothers and sisters, and I want to unfold the scroll and show them the beauties of Christ and call them to salvation. He does this in places like Athens, Acts 17, or Corinth, or Ephesus, Acts 19. And so some Jews come to Christ, but he's not done. He then says, well, where do the Gentiles hang out? In Athens, they point him up to Mars Hill, and he points to a little altar dedicated to an unknown God, and some philosophers, some Greek philosophers, come to know Christ as Lord and Savior. In Ephesus, he goes to the hall of Tyrannus, and some Gentiles come to know God. Now he's got a problem, because he has two groups of people, some of which have gotten saved, who cannot stand each other. So what does he do? Had he followed Donna McGavern and C. Peter Wagner, the church growth movement, and their homogeneous unit principle, which says, find your demographic, cater to your demographic, he would have started two churches, one on the north side of town for the Gentiles, one on the south side of town for the Jews. It would have been highly pragmatic, but highly unbiblical. Instead, Paul says, I am not starting two separate churches, because you don't have two separate gods. Ephesians 4, one Lord, one faith, one baptism. So I want you to flesh out visibly and horizontally what Christ has already accomplished for you vertically. The multi-ethnic church is one of the most profound apologetics for the veracity of the gospel.